Hello, my name is Chris Wilson, and I'm the chairman of the board for Compassion Beyond Borders. Today, I would like to talk to you about a question that I often am asked about CBB and its financial future and stability. This is an excellent question and one that Lawrence and Purity and the board has thought about. Many of you recognize that education and the continuity of education is essential in order to achieve our mission of educating impoverished girls throughout the world. Often in the developing world, students must pay in order to attend school. With our impoverished students, when the money isn't there, the students are not in school either. CBB works to try to prevent this learning loss and create a stable, reliable scholarship program for our girls. So today I would like to talk to you about what that looks like. And for CBB, that takes on the form of an endowment. Now, in the developed world, an endowment is usually stocks and bonds that pay out a reliable income. We have something a little bit different in CBB because our situation is different. Kenya, as a country, is growing its population at about 4.5% every year. Its economy grows anywhere from 6 to 10% a year, making Kenya an ideal location for a stable and reliable endowment to take shape. So today what I would like to talk to you about is what that looks like and what that means for our girls. So without further ado, I will show you our endowment. This is one aspect of our endowment. This is the plantation, a banana plantation. We have a 2-acre plot and a 3/4 acre plot that have about 800 banana plants on it. Underneath, you can see that we also have another crop growing. This is squash, pumpkin, and cassava. The squash, pumpkin, and cassava go to feed our girls and reduce our food costs at Joy World. The bananas can yield up to $5,000 a year if the harvest is a good one. So on the top part, forming the canopy, we have the bananas, and on the undergrowth, we have the staple crops. It's quite a wonderful situation. We have 2 men who work the land, Peter and Luke, and they take care of everything that a plantation needs. This is Peter, Carol's brother, Peter, and Lawrence. And you can see them walking through we have the crop, the undercrop, and the upper crop. Now in Kenya, something that most people don't know is that 80% of the banana plants that exist in Kenya do not yield a crop. And this is because they lack water. A banana plant requires about 5 gallons to 10 gallons of water every week. And for a farmer who must carry their water, this is simply not possible. Why is our banana plantation yielding a crop that we can sell or that we can feed to our girls? The reason for that is because we have a water tank. Our workers recognize that there is a river flowing about 1/4 mile downhill from our plantation, and they said if we could pump the water up and store it, then we could have a reliable source of water that is what the banana plants need in order to yield a crop that we can bring to market. So we built a water tank, a 10,000 gallon water tank. And this allows us to fertilize and water our banana plants so that we can make a crop. There can be anywhere from 2 to 3 crops in a year. And again, this can yield up to $5,000 a year. That's including all of the costs. So this is a wonderful thing. We are the only ones with a water tank like this in the area. The reason why we have a water tank is because our workers told us it would be a good idea, and thanks to you, we had the money to build it. So this is our banana plantation. In a bad year, at least we get food and immature bananas that we can still feed to the girls. They're not high quality enough to bring to market, but they're definitely quality enough and nutritious enough for our girls. A little bit about what our girls eat. It's nothing fancy. They have a sorghum gruel, kind of like oatmeal for breakfast and lunch. And then for dinner, it's a gruel of potatoes, cassava, pumpkins, squash, in a big pot that is served out by our matrons. It's vegetarian because of economics. Meat in Kenya is expensive, and sometimes, because of our community partnerships, we get donations of meat, and that is very sacred to us because there are some vitamins and minerals that our girls desperately need. But most of the time, it's vegetarian or even vegan. So they're healthy, but it's nothing special. So another aspect of our endowment is our 2-bedroom apartments. This is our little car that runs all of our errands in the area, and these are our apartment buildings. We have 9 2-bedroom apartments. Oops, sorry. They're very new. The wash is outside drying, and we have a fence, and we have someone who looks after the properties for us. Here you can see there's 3 levels to the building, and this is one apartment, this is another apartment, and this is a third. In the back, we have 2 apartments per level. So this is apartment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with a water well on top for our plumbing. So we have 9 2-bedroom apartments. And this is in a highly desirable location that is owned by Purity's family. They have allowed us to build these apartment buildings. And there is space in the back of the property to build 9 more 2-bedroom apartments with a play area and to have some parking. So the only thing that's holding us back from not building more apartments is a lack of funding. With our 9 apartments currently, we're charging the market rate. We want to be good landlords, but we also want to be fair landlords and get as much money as we can, because that money is going directly into the daily and monthly costs of Joy World and the girls' education. The third aspect of our endowment is what we call bedsitter apartments. In Meru, Kenya, there is the largest private university in Kenya. And again, Purity's family owns land very close to this university. And so what we have done is we have built essentially single apartments for university students. You can see it is nothing special. It is adequate and appropriate for what the students need. You can see how the roof kind of slants inwards. That's to capture rainwater, and because a slanted roof, more like a triangle, what we're used to is actually not what we want in order to capture as much water as we can. So you can see here in the bottom left, this is Purity and Lawrence, and Purity's brother, and Purity's sister. Purity's sister here in the purple, she manages the bedsitter apartments for us. And you can see on the bottom level here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 apartments, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on one side, and 12 more on the other side, bringing us to a total of 24 apartments. If you walk in the front door, you can see the apartments on the right and on the left, and this is the same going up. Everybody does their laundry and hangs it right outside of their front door. and here's our water tank for our plumbing. Again, nothing flashy, nothing special, but very adequate. And this is what a typical bedsitter apartment looks like. Now, the walls are straight. My camera was not. So these are well constructed, but this is when you walk in the door of a bedsitter apartment, this is what you see. Usually the bed runs here or here. You have a single light outlet. And if you come in, here is the wet bathroom with a toilet and a shower all in one. And here's the sink where you would typically have like a hot pan. So this one was under construction. This is a different bedsitter apartment that we have now finished and populated. But again, this is what they look like. Most university students are very happy to have one of these. So we have 24 rooms. We're hopefully going to go up to 32 very shortly. It's $40 per room per month, or $60 if you have 2 people living in there. And this brings us about $1,000 per month of income, which again, goes directly to our girls' costs for education and housing. So that is our endowment. It is physical. It is close by to where our operations run. Carol and friends and family members run it and manage it, and it is a very stable investment that hopefully will not be at the whims of the larger global economy, which can be volatile to say the least. That is one of the reasons why we chose, well, really, Lawrence and the board recognized that we need a stable and reliable endowment that is physical and we can manage well. So that is our endowment. Why did we build it? For the girls. Every day they know that they will have food, shelter, safety, and be able to make more of themselves, because they go to school and they excel. Without Joy World, the outcomes for these girls are horrific. With Joy World and with CBB scholarships, these girls have a chance to improve themselves and to improve their communities. So please help us continue our work, continue to grow our endowment. And if you have any questions, please ask at compassionbb.org. That is our website. If you scroll to the bottom, there's an email that we can respond to. Thank you so much, and God bless.